So class, in today's video, we are going to be talking about possibly one of the greatest background characters in anime history. We are going to be going over just how one singular background character started essentially an entire cult. Without him necessarily even knowing that he did it. But we're going to get into that when we can get into that. But remember, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel for more anime content. We're trying to hit 5K by the end of the year. So starting off this anime, we see Sid in his actual form before he got to isekai'd. And Brody, that is not Sid. Ew. But in all seriousness, I cannot be the only person when I first started watching this that I thought this was Sid and like he was female before he got isekai. I can't be the only one, right? But cutting to when they actually show us Sid inside the school, they have like some type of interaction to where she does not like Sid. She was saying that for some reason she just cannot understand him or cannot read him. And she was dissing my boy, saying that he is like below average looking. Who? Listen, I ain't gay. But we not gonna diss my dog Sid, alright? He not chopped. He had at least an 8, 7 on a bad day. Practically, she's just giving us like some monologue talking about how many people have like masks and stuff, how she puts on a front as like this popular girl and all this other shit. She's like a actor or whatever the fuck. I actually forgot. We only see her this one time in the episode. And then it cuts to our background character, you know, doing background things. So after Sid got done doing like one of his side quests and stuff, we see the character that we follow throughout half of this episode, and as she's walking home, she ends up just getting speed blitzed by 2 people. And then we also like, you know, kind of learn in the beginning of the episode that she had like some type of scandal or some shit, and like this was dealing with the scandal, her getting kidnapped a lot, I guess. Should have had like one of them goddamn whistles or some shit. Like if they happen once, you can't be overly prepared. But as she was getting put inside the car, she ended up seeing Sid in the background, just watching everything just go down, not doing anything about it. So they ended up just taking her to like this random ass warehouse. They're like calling people because they're trying to get money, trying to hold her ransom and shit like that. And for some ungodly reason, for some reason in this anime, anytime when somebody gets kidnapped, they always gotta get rocked in their face. Like, these hands are just rated E for everybody, apparently, because no matter who it is, every single time from what I've seen, it's a female that's just getting straight up decked in her shit, and I don't get it. But eventually, when they were trying to, like, do some crazy shit to her, we see this random masked up person just drop through the window. Like, he literally just one-kicked this window. That is a health code violation of some degree, right? So after dropping down into the warehouse, the guy ends up pulling out a gun and he ends up throwing a glass shard at his hand. When did he have time to pick this up? And so with throwing the glass shard at his hands, he ends up just speed blitzing him and just dunking on him. And with that same boot that he used to drop the glass panel, he ends up just knocking him out, stomping his face in. But it wasn't just one robber, it was 2 people. He was in a 2v1 situation and he made it a 1v1. But the other guy is not gonna go down easily because he's like some military guy. Just like every military guy in every anime ever, they always gotta be evil and killing people for no reason. So with this man looking for a challenge, he ends up just dropping the gun and speed blitzing him with the knife. And they're both like, you know, sizing each other up, trying to see like exactly like what type of skills they both got. And then Sid ends up just evening out the playing field and putting out 2 crowbars. So while they're swinging on each other with like the knife and crowbars, the random guy ends up just knocking a knife out of his hands and he just swapped to throwing straight hands. So with him boxing him up, he's still parrying and blocking these hits because he knows if he lands a clean hit on his face, he's getting knocked out cold and getting killed. So knowing that he has to lock in, this fight is actually getting pretty serious for him. So he ends up switching the crowbars to lethal mode and he started breaking this man's hands. To the point to where he just got him on the ground and he started beating the shit out of him for like at least a good hour. So after rescuing the girl and stuff, you may be wondering like, where the hell was Sid? Like, he saw all of this shit go down. Like, yeah, the police officers came, but it only came because of the masked guy that called them. Where the hell was Sid throughout all of this shit, bro? L-mans. Oh damn, my fault. R.I.P. See, but here's the surprise though. Here's the surprise. See, I play with y'all. the mask guy was actually Sid the entire time. Yeah. All that work that he was putting in was done by a background character. Can you guys believe that shit? All of this work was from a background character, never before seen. But sadly, he died, so that's the end of his story arc.
Hold up. Pose, yeah. Pose. Pose, yeah. Pose. I am photo shoot.
Bro, you're trying to tell me even background characters gets isekai? Really? But before he fully got isekai, we got to see like everything that he has done in his past life, all the training, all the fights that he got into, so on and so forth, that he gets to bring over to this life. So with even knowing all the knowledge that he knows right now, he still decides on being in the background, being background character A, not being the strongest, not doing anything, just wanted to just live a life, I guess. See, but that's during the day though. See, during the day, he lame as hell, but at night, the same thing that he did in his past life where like he went around and like, you know, saved the girl and stuff like that, he's doing that in this life as a whole new persona named Shadow. I mean, granted, previously he wanted to become Shadow too, but now he actually gets to live it out because he got magic and shit. So during the day, with not being able to like, you know, go all out, at night when he went to like this village to fight like these bandits, he just went absolutely crazy. With immediately just cutting down 3 whole people and then talking his shit and then walking down this other person that shot at him, dodging a bullet by the way, and then straight decapitates the person with the pistol. And while he was talking to him, just straight up just gloating about his magical abilities and stuff, saying how useful it is, he takes out the rest of them just for one guy to try to speed blitz him, but he ends up reading it and blocking his sword swing. And with him blocking another one of his blows, he left himself wide open and Sid ends up taking a hit. Just kidding. You really thought this man was gonna get hit? So after hitting that man with the counterattack, Sid ends up just looting the entire bandit camp to see what the hell can he use that will be useful. There's a bunch of money, and then he ends up fighting some blob creature that he just used for experiments. So after like a couple of days of just straight juicing this blob up, it ends up just evolving into some elf chick. And so with her not knowing exactly what the hell is going on, Sid ends up just putting on just a Oscar-worthy performance and just straight up just gaslights her into saying that some cult ended up turning her into that, so we need to figure out how to deal with this cult or some shit like that. And with her being down, this is how Shadow Garden becomes a thing. So after those two got done talking, Alpha ends up just going out and scouting for people to join in Shadow Garden, while Sid just trains and practices with his sister being background character A. So after the training session, as soon as she heads home, she somehow in some shape or form gets kidnapped. But Sid is already on the prowl. He already knows exactly what the hell is going on. He already knows where they're at, pinpoint location and all. And this is like what I was saying way back when, to where I said that for some odd reason, every single time somebody gets kidnapped in this anime, they gotta at least get punched in their face one time. This happens again to Sid's sister. Like what the hell? Why? I don't get it. So after that happening, Sid and Shadow Garden ends up just straight up raiding the whole camp. They started slaughtering everybody. Nobody lived. And then the one guy that was in Sid's cell pretty much trying to like interrogate her and shit like that, you know, the one that decked her in her shit. Then Alpha calls the ISO on him and he ends up just getting speed blitzed. My boy was getting blitzed so badly he had to pull out the perk 30. He ends up just slamming his sword down on the ground and making a gigantic hole. But I guess luck is just not on his side, because as soon as he did that, he ends up running into Sid. With him not wanting to get speed blitz again, he's trying to do the speed blitz just for him to just get parried with like the perfect, like, I don't know what the fuck you call this shit, man. He perfectly touched tips. Pause. I can't say that. I cannot say that. What do I call this? With masterful swordplay, he ends up just clashing perfectly with the guy. This shit was symmetrical. It was perfect. And so with this man going band for band, missing every single sword swing, Sid is giving this man a lesson on how to swing his sword better while also killing this man. It got so bad that he reached into his pocket with the other perks and just took all of them. And we're getting juiced up on the damn perk 30s. He proceeds to try to hit Sid and it does not work. Remember, drugs ain't the answer. So with Sid getting sick and tired of fighting this man, he ends up just putting all the magic into his sword and just solo ulting him. KO! Now, there is a bunch of other feats that we can go over in Eminence of Shadows, but I just wanted to go over just a couple of them in this video. Now, if you guys want me to make a part 2 and go over other things that he has done, then get this video to 15 likes and I'll make a part 2. But with that being said, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel because we're trying to hit 5K by the end of the year. And also, remember class, we do have a community Discord that we're trying to make more active. If you want to join, links is always in the description. But with that, there's no bell for today. Pack your bags, class dismissed.